Billin, Uptown Murph.
Top Billin.
Yo, you guys are always talking about bridge quarterbacks. A bridge from your man Grubb at Geno's. But you are always coming with guys who are very similar to Geno Smith himself. That doesn't make sense to me. First it was Hendon Hooker, who I said way before reminded me of a Geno Smith. Now it's Michael Penix, who pretty much is a left-handed version of Geno Smith. Why not go for it? If you have a guy like Geno Smith, why not have there be somebody behind him who may take a year or two but could be something otherworldly? I admire what the Green Bay Packers have done, right? They had Brett Favre, went to Aaron Rodgers, and then stashed your man Jordan Love for a few seasons, and now look at him. Spectacular. That dude is definitely one of the better quarterbacks you'll see out there. Completely fun to watch. How about bridging from Geno Smith to a guy like Joe Milton? Yes, 6'5", 250-something pounds. The dude may have the strongest arm I have ever seen. Straight up, period, point blank. Jamarcus Russell, Trevor Lawrence, Matthew Stafford, all these guys who people say have these rocket arms, Ryan Leaf, he may have a better arm than them. I mean, look at this joint right here. This doesn't even make sense to me, and it's so effortless. Look at this. Right here on the pool, right? Where's he at? Like the 19? Where does this land? My God. What was that? Right? I know it wasn't completed. That ain't got nothing to do with anything, right? If it's your boy Dennis Rodman Jr. himself, it's more than likely completed, right? So imagine that. Joe Milton throwing to a guy like Dennis Rodman Jr. himself in the future. Let's look at his foot right here. So kind of like towards the 18, I would say. That bad boy lands. Let's see the trajectory of it right here. I think he's going to squirrel right. So squirrel right is a guy who can absolutely run himself. But look, bang! If his hand wasn't there, this would have came down probably, I would say, at the 16 or even 15-yard line. What? Come on, man. You know you guys love the deep ball, right? You guys love vertical passing and all that. This dude, very mobile cat. Obviously with a powerful arm. If you get him around someone like Geno Smith, who is really good with the mechanics of it, rhythm and timing game, throws a really good deep ball himself. Just a very well-rounded QB. Having him learn from a guy like that wouldn't be perfect. Let's look at that from this angle right here so you can really see no torquing, wind up, or anything like that. Just a real ease of motion here. Look at that. My God. What? That shit could have probably have gone to the end zone if he really wanted to just heave-ho it. Think about that, man. Your boy, Joe Milton. Let's look at another one right here. You can see him hold the safety backside right here, suddenly slide in the pocket, and then slingshots that bad boy. Jakob. What? You talk about decapitating defenses, getting behind safeties, all kinds of drones right here, man. Look at this, front-facing play-action fake. Holds the safety. He knows exactly where he wants to go with this. They always throwing the ball to the same dude, squirrel right here. And you can see him get on the safety, Andrew Makuba. And look at that. That's all she wrote. But look at him right here, dipping on my man Jeremiah Trotter. Hopefully a future Eagle right there. And we see him slide in the pocket. And then look, doesn't even get anything on this. This is just a slingshot. Look at that. Rotates the hips. Doesn't even step into it there. Slingshots that bad boy. What is he on, the 40? Shooting that bad boy all the way damn near to the end zone. Incredible. Arm talent galore. Now look at the coverage right here. You got double ends. He's going to be going right here to Brew McCoy. Got tight end on the inside as well here. Widen them out with the back. That holds the under over coverage right here with the linebackers first, right? Squeezing there and then having to divert his attention there. But your man, boy, look at this right here. Opposite hash, looks it off, and zoop, Jakob. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Look at this. Oh, look at that. He out through the camera angle. Slow ass camera work right here. Can't keep up with the pacing on Joe Milton's passes. Look at that. Immediately looking it off right here. This time he does step into it. A point and shoot foot classic over the top delivery. I love everything about a storm motion and all that there. And right over the top. I wish we could see it better than that, but you saw the results from the other angle right there. Come on. Unreal. 6'5", 240, 250, whatever he is. You can work your designer QB run game like we see on this QB lead right here, this lead sweep. My man's able to do the damn thing there. Won't say he's the, man, if I had to put it, I would say he's probably a B- athlete. I think he can definitely work the designer QB run game in the NFL. Short yardage should be no problem for this dude right here as we see him navigating this right here with multiple holes all over the field there. But he can get upfield, man. He can get upfield once he gets it going, man. Get there in a hurry as well. So imagine that. Adding that to your repertoire, even in games where you have Geno Smith, being able to work him in and use his talents in that manner as well. So I could see it just being a win-win situation. Look at his athleticism on this one right here, detaching from the pocket. Front-facing play action fake here. You get a breach. Look at him. Exit plan, left him with exit wounds. Just didn't complete the process there. Once again, tackle with a nice move right there. And you can see him with the against the grain throw. And that bad boy is humming. Out through the camera work again. Come on, cameraman. You had one job. What are we doing here? But you can see where it went, though. Like where he threw this from. Man, he threw it from the 50-yard line on a skip against the grain. Come on, man. What? Listen, the reason why I would like for a cat like this to sit for a couple of years is because he played in a simplified offense at Tennessee. Same deal with Hendon Hooker, though. So I said the same thing about Hendon Hooker, but these guys were a little older. I've known about this cat since he was at high school somewhere in Florida. Might have been like Orlando, Florida or something like that. That man had a big arm back then. I saw that bad boy live when he came and played high school football, I forget somewhere. And man, they followed him, right? He went to Michigan originally. So he did get to play a little bit of pro style element in the Michigan, but he kind of flamed out there really fast and ended up at Tennessee and then played in that simplified offense there. Would just like to see him get more reps and understanding of defenses, because they played a lot of simple stuff where it was just pretty much outside in type stuff. One of the reasons why it was simplified is because you had a lot of half scan reads, no full progressions. Like if you watch up here, like these guys aren't doing anything. Right? They just run and then jog it off right there. They're not a part of the progression. The progression is going to happen on the left. So this is a boundary throw. Get an out route from Brew McCoy here. You get Fant, the tight end here, on a shallow drag. So it's like bang, boom, or in run. It doesn't really work that way in the NFL now. It's working that way a little bit more. You're getting a lot of guys come from college simplifying stuff. So maybe that could be the way, right? Ryan Grubb, your man, maybe he's able to fit this in and they could work him in earlier if necessary, if they were to procure his services. But I don't know. But you see right here, bang, bang, Yaka. It's pretty dope right there. Give him a couple of reads. Outside not there. Read the leverage on the linebacker or the safety, whomever that is right there going against the tight end. Get yourself a nice gainer right there. Let's see it from this angle. Immediately looks over there. Working left to right. Once again, tackle doing big work there. He slides in the pocket, so pretty decent pocket feel. Leads him, throwing that bad boy hot though. He will break some fingers. He'll be one of those guys like that, right? He's got to learn how to take a little bit of the pacing off, throw with a little bit more touch. But, man, I think he can be worked with, though, especially coming behind a cat like Geno Smith. Wait, I gotta pause that. I got to pause that last line right there. Rewind that back and think about it. So, look at this. I'm not lying when I said these guys are a little bit older. We know Hendon Hooker spent like 4 years at Virginia Tech before he bounced and went to Tennessee. Same deal here with Joe Milton. So you got Joe Milton here. As you can see, he entered college in 2018. This is 2024. He's just in the NFL draft. So the last 2 years at Tennessee, obviously one being a backup to Hendon Hooker. In relief, he had 10 touchdowns and no interceptions. He was definitely one of my, after Caleb Williams and along with Jayden Daniels, I thought that he could be one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks for sure. I don't know how he's viewed right now, nor do I care. I do my own work, so you don't even need to tell me about what anybody else thinks of someone. So if we see this year, he went for 20 and 5. His completion percentage is what worries me, and that's another reason why I would like to see him worked in. That's not to say that he couldn't immediately come there, but and do the thing there. But usually I want to see somebody in the high 60s in college. Like maybe even into the 70s with how simplified these offenses are. So 65%, not bad. Obviously, that would be pretty decent in the NFL. But at college, man, you're always graded on a different curve. So 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions the last 2 years. Obviously, playing more, he wasn't going to have that gaudy 11.8 average when he would come in and just launch that thing 90 yards or whatever he was doing there. But he had some pretty respectable stats the past couple of years, and you can see 64.7 as a full-time starter, and then when he was a rotational player there, 64.6. So that's pretty much him there. So you guys have to let me know what you think about one Joe Milton. Guy is just an incredible arm talent. What do you think about having a guy like that working when you have your bridge quarterback still be as competitive as you need to be right now, and still coming with a guy like Joe Milton that, could be something different in the future. All right, your boy, Jersey Murph, as always, much love to everybody out there, man. Salute. See you on the next one.
Top Billin of Town Murph.